see if we can have another close set. Or if somebody learned something that we don't know yet. Might take it over the top. Easy victory. Any second, the battle will start. And it did. PS2, alright, back to kind of a neutral starting zone for everybody. Nick already ran to the opposite corner. High down. Now he's got to switch his mind back from DDD mode to everybody else mode. Playing a little bit away from his tree early on this first stock. Kind of not what we were seeing last time. It's good to keep it a little fresh. Just pull each other out again. Catching these little tiny parts of up smash, but not really getting much. Nick kind of remembering what he was doing. Yeah, that nair jab is really nasty. Quick 20%. And now it's getting a little dire for Shaq. Good resolve by Shaq to not air dodge. Oh, he said, oh, you can back air me, alright. Back air my friend. Yeah, there's that tree. Shaq doesn't want anything to do with it, and I think it's good. Just duck and cover down there on the other end of the stage. Axe on deck. Let's see if Nick can time it correctly. Oh, almost. It wouldn't have really amounted to much, but it would have protected it. A risky up smash, but it would have been nice if it hit. Yeah, Nick likes those platforms to shoot bowling ball off. And Shaq likes them so he can parry them. Oh. Wanted the ghost tree. Strong hit. Rare situation where Nick has the tree on deck and doesn't quite get the timing right. He almost paid for that one hard. Shaq looking for those punches. He did. Has he? I don't know if he has landed one actually, but takes the first stop after that homing attack. 2 minutes for one stock. At this rate, well, you never know. And that little combo. Yeah, I feel like Villager might be a little weirder to combo than some others. Oh, called him out for going high and ate a pellet. Shaq waiting just in center. Let's see what unfolds. Got all the time in the world. More of an aggressive kind of. Oh, nice catch. That was an aggressive spot for the tree, and it worked out great for beautiful. Kind of this platform play going on. Trying to pierce the shield a little bit. Ooh, trading, that's rough. But Nick will take them every day of the week. He likes using those F smashes to kind of call out approaches like that. If he feels confident you're going to go in on him, might as well hit you hard. Shaq having trouble with these aggressive options. Not really sure what to do. He stopped F smashing as much, and now he's kind of just running around. Not totally sure. The homing attack worked well. It kind of knocked Nick off stage, but let's see if he opts to go for that, or if it feels a little risky, he could give up his stage control. Center stage tree right now. Axe on deck. 2 chops. Nothing came of it, but we're dropping bowling balls. Same with Shaq. Just kind of these F smashes. Oh, ran in the living. Surprised he didn't opt for a longer lasting move there, Nick. But didn't die for it. Didn't get the kill right there. Shaq going mean for it. And there's that nasty nair. That very nasty nair. Deceptively so. Back down to 1 stock. Just jab him. Yeah. 13%. Just like that. Decent bit of extra credit, and Nick could die now, but it doesn't look likely, and the percent is piling on. Now, we did see Homing Attack actually got beaten by Villager's Nair. I'm wondering if Nick knows that's a situation that can occur, but you gotta watch out for holding it on Shaq. He will gladly back air you. There's that punch. Yeah, I don't... I guess it might hit. It hasn't yet, but I'm not totally sure, but I feel like it can't hit Villager. Oh, that can, though. Almost took him out early. The Villager's got to watch out down there when the fuel is getting a little low. Both took a ride on that spring. Tried to get for the rolling. Shaq opted to go away. And Shaq tends to tech out at this situation. Oh, Paul Bunyan, right on the edge of the stage, going to game 2. Really nice.
Villager wins.
Thank you, Ender, for notifying me of that. Shaq's giant name. There we go. Much better. I guess I could lower the font size, but I straight up didn't notice it. I was just in my own world. That axe. Curious to see where they'll go next. One of our bands right now. Going to FD again. A little bit of chatter about the down air that bounced Nick off the stage. Yeah, I don't know if I finished that thought, but yeah, the fuel that Villager has, if he's down low like that, he might only spawn one balloon when he's low on fuel. So not only does it not last very long, it gets much less height. So his recovery, while very good at max fuel, you edgeguard him 1 or 2 times, and he has to go a little bit below the stage, big trouble. He either has to go high or maybe even risk a Lloyd ride, which is not ideal for sure. Alright, heading into game 2.
3, 2,
Uh-oh.
1, go!
Home field advantage. %for his troubles. Shaq remembered, right? I shouldn't go near those trees. But it's just so tempting. Villager's right there. Look at him. Good hold, but Nick was ready. Actionable after that dare a little faster than Shaq anticipated, possibly. Nick off to a nice little lead, but Shaq responding a little bit. Lloyd protecting him. Just kind of let the tree rip. Wanted to see if he could bait Shaq in with Lloyd possibly, but Shaq opted to kind of hop in the corner, see what's going on. Hop in the center, see what's going on. Just kind of dashing around in the center. Got hit by the dash attack for it. Slowing the pace way down. Nick Retta, no jump. Didn't get it. Despite the percent difference, it's certainly far from over this first stock for Shaq. Yeah, he could get a little conversion like that? Almost. Just a touch of hesitation by Nick and cost him an opportunity. Yeah, he's not sure. Shaq is unsure of what to really do on the ledge. That time he kind of let him up for free. Maybe I'd like to see a little bit more grabs. Let him do his aggressive option. And grab the man. His Villager's grab is quite slow. I don't think that works. But we'll see. It hasn't worked yet. I think he's timing it well, too. It's just Villager his two-frame is, I don't think, possible to be hit by most stuff. Especially with the balloons. Now, if you pop the balloons, then you can get it. Then you can definitely get it. There's something about it. Where he is. Oop, sniped him. I don't think Nick thought he was getting hit for that. Oh, one balloon, but he's got plenty of fuel. There, that back air was really good. It didn't work out. I mean, he got the kill, but that back air to catch him jumping from ledge, that was really good. I think that's a good idea. Hopefully we see it come to fruition. We see the thought is there. Nice little jab. Villager jab, one of those weird jabs. Oh, ate a bowling ball for it. That's rough. Got a little aggressive with the homing attack and just didn't work. Went for it again. Nick chopping. Keeping on the defense. Popping that tree again, hoping maybe they catch Shaq running in, but Shaq's respecting the tree after that first early interaction, 31% or whatever. You can't mess around with that tree. Almost got his that's me. I don't know about that. Yeah, Shaq very rarely opts to shield Nick's get up and tried to punch a tree, and we're heading to game 3 now. Rough.
Villager wins.
Yeah, Shaq is not winning these engagements near the tree. It's going quite poorly for him in those situations. Let's see what happens. Will he respect the tree more or try to maybe find a different way around? You can clank with some aerials. There's a projectile, but it's very risky. Villagers want you to come in on the tree like that. Now, beautiful Nick is poised to enter Grands. He wants it. He's hungry for it. It's been a good while since he's been in top 5, and I know he's been hoping to make that comeback, and here he is making it happen. Shaq's not out. If Shaq is no slouch, and if you give him an inch, he'll take a mile. But it's a very nice place. If you're Nick, you're feeling okay. Town and City. That's where we're heading. From home field to home field. Again, this has the smaller blast zones. Let's see if Shaq changes up his thought process when Nick's on the ledge. Personally, I feel it's easier, or maybe even a better choice to go out and get him. That's me personally. Maybe there's some other trap he can find, but Villager on the ledge isn't sweating it too hard. Like his two frames very safe. Got a lot of aggressive options to choose that are tough to deal with. But let's see what game 3 holds for us. And Shaq, take us to game 4. Right off the bat, that 9% in air. Another one. Ooh, that's baby's first jab lock for Nick. Got the F tilt. Just racked on some percent. Nice. That's great. Oh. Tree's over there, buddy. Nick already with a nice little lead here. Again, with that aggressive tree placement, I feel like the further it is inward, the more willing Shaq has been to go out and attack. Because I think maybe there's more stage behind it, so Shaq feels a little safer to do so with the hit and run kind of style. I'm not sure. Nice little homing attack. There's Lloyd. Great coverage. Nick can 10. He'll just chill on that platform. Another kind of a forward tree placement. Almost got that down there. Bottom pulling weeds. Cleaning up this town / city. Yeah, definitely trying to split the stage more with the tree this time. Nick says, I'm not content to take the table scraps far at the edge. I want the whole thing. Shaq just feeling things out, trying stuff. Added on more percent, but he's near kill percent. Decent back throw. Let's see what he can do. Oh, almost got that back air. But I like it. I like the aggression off stage against Villager. And the nastiest nair on earth will take him out. But I like that aggression. I'm surprised we're not seeing more forward airs. It's not like Nikita where you can't knock him out of the balloon. Yeah, it's not going to happen. That will. That's why I think that forward air out there. He did back air one time when he was doing Lloyd, and that was really effective. I'd like to see more of that offstage play. Back to that very defensive tree position. Yeah, Shaq doesn't want anything to do with that. Good on him. Kind of weaving in and out. Having trouble hitting each other. Good little grab. It's off stage. What can he do? I like that option too. I think both of them are pretty solid. Oh dear, scary. Nick said, "Oh, fine, I'll hit you home and get tagging." I think that's what he wanted with that dare. Oh, Minecraft punch just missed. Yeah, trading with the trading back air with Gordo is tough. I like that. I like that a lot better. It's harder for Nick to punish. Look at that shield too. More pressure getting exerted. Nick knew he had to move. Lloyd takes him again. Shaq's got a little lead. Doesn't feel like it, and then it went away. Shaq just trying to feel him out. Nick content to just slingshot a little bit, couple jabs. Grab. Will he go off? No, he's just going to eat a couple fairs and get sent back. I do like that, though. That's a good... Let's see what Nick can do about that. Oh, unfavorable. I think he got... That was either the weak hit of Dare, like the non-spike, or... I can't quite tell. But either way, Nick will take that, and it's 1-1. Shaq on his tournament stock. Let's see if Nick can stop this monster before heads the game forward, because Shaq's a beast. Nick running, very slowly running away from the world's fastest hedgehog. Nice little conversion. Actually went for axe there. That's actually interesting. Wonder if that would work. Don't know if that was intentional or not, but I like the idea. Digs it. Quick percent. Not gonna kill yet, but axe tree combo is certainly deadly. That little wood chip is solid. Big Shaq, big Shaq. Yeah, that's what you want to see. Calling him out. He said, not only do I know you're gonna jump, you're gonna use you're gonna use Lloyd. You're just gonna be stuck. Really good play. Kept it together. Hangs on for another game. Nice. See what Nick says. What's Nick's answer to that? Where will they be heading next? Shaq says something cryptic. Let's go with 4 bands. I don't know what he means, but he's banning. Sorry, I'm bad at this. Thanks for everybody who followed me. The last two I see are Vibe Check and Madison. Appreciate it. Pretty new at doing this, but hopefully you're enjoying yourself, seeing some high-octane Sonic Villager gameplay. It might come down to the wire, you know, heading into Game 4. Shaq has that burning desire to see that W. Nick does too. Now Nick's proved a lot today, to mostly himself, but maybe to everyone else too, that it's like, hey, you got to put up your dukes against me. It's going to be tough. Now, Shaq has been here many times. He's been in Grand Finals as well. But I'd love to see him be able to take one of these because he puts in a lot of work and he definitely deserves it. Great player. Really good guy. Looks like they're opting for FD. Alright, here comes Game 4. Now I'm curious to see if Game 5 happens, will we see a timeout? Was that a one-time thing, or has something changed in one of these two to kind of turn on the aggression and it's kind of do or die? Like, if I die, I'm going to die. I'm not going to wait around. I think at least Shaq is more aware of that because he was the one who got timed out.
3, 2, 1, go!
Four-timer Island. Just feeling each other out, going for those acts, just begging Shaq to come in, please. Really would appreciate it. Just feeling 15 seconds, we're just hanging. There we go, on the board. Good mix-up, Shaq. Really nice stuff. Nick just fairing. I don't know if Shaq was waiting out the tree or not, or if it was just good timing, but he was pretty safe because the tree had started to die there when he came in. Good grab. Ooh, Nick mashed out. Very nice. But then he went for his laggy grab, which didn't work. Yeah, that homing attack's working nice. Love to see it. See what Nick's answer to that could be. Again, and he gets a kill off it. This is a new Shaq. You can't use the same stuff you just did against me, Nick. I adapt, says Shaq. Nick says, alright, well, I'll just grow my tree. He's getting right in there. I'll take, I don't know, 20% off of that. No problem. No skin off my boat, boys. Record spot. Yeah, Nick can attempt to shield that. I'm worried he might get shield broken doing that, but I think we'll trust him to. Ooh, actually got hit by that spring. Bit more in your face when the tree is not out. Just easier for Shaq to kind of keep this control, catching him. Keeps getting him with that same Lloyd positioning. Gotta be careful with your Nick doing that. Just contented jab. Get him off stage. Tree is real close. Yeah, I imagine, yeah, Shaq just goes to the side that has more room. Good idea. Just jump out of that situation entirely. Shaq racking on quite a nice little lead here. Might even opt to kill. Ooh, that back air, not quite. Not quite. Back to the punch. It's a free punish for Nick. You don't want to stay completely stagnant, but I just don't. I don't see it connecting. Called him out with that nair. See what? So there's Shaq. Yeah, Nick just dropped down. And let Shaq kind of homing attack the ground. Got him back on. That wood chip. Yeah, that homing wood chip. Nick's been landing them nicely, even if it's not comboing in anything. Lloyd kind of disrupting Shaq. Shaq on the back foot. Can Nick get something out of it? Taking a jab. Every little bit helps. Nice. Up Air catching him. Didn't fade too... Shaq kind of overextended with that forward air, but Nick has been pushing in a good bit. Oh. Tree must have died. I think Nick did want to chop him. The forward air is getting scarier. Lloyd covering Nick nicely. F tilted for his air dodge in. Dash attack, I'm wondering if that was intentional. I mean, it may have been, but that's just the first time we've seen it. Yeah, that's not that jab. That F smash is not going to work. Nickel and diming. He's at a high percent though. He's going to need to rack on a bit more to feel safe. And he can't. Nick on his last stock of game 4. Ooh, nasty. Nice little catch. Didn't kill him, but made him think twice. Nair out of shield, I think it's a decent option. It's been beating a lot of Sonic's ball kind of shenanigans. Axe on death. Nice, Shaq, instead of pressing advantage, just let Nick kind of close the gap himself. Ooh, almost. Is that enough? I don't think so. But good weight. Very good patience. Tournament stock for Shaq. Let's see if Nick can overcome this slight deficit. 2 minutes on the clock. Even in his spin, still has to jump Lloyd like everybody else. And Villager likes when people do that. Good way to get. It's a really good adaptation by Nick to that specific ledge trapping. Jack just hopping, double jump in neutral, worked out. Yeah, there's that Lloyd coverage. Helps Nick get back on stage for not for free, but much easier than it would have been. Nickel and diming up to 30%. Starting to get a little severe. Ah, he dropped it. Gotta watch out for that. Oh, rough spot for Shaq. Ooh, he made it back. Minute on the clock. Nick's got a deficit this time, though. And he could just straight die. I feel like Shaq might be aware more than Nick of the timer. Shaq opting to still fight it out. Good jab. He's burning clock though. But gaining that percent. Good idea by Nick. More jabs. More jabs. 10 seconds. Oh no. Does Nick know? I don't think he knows.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time!
And that's timeout. Going to game 5. Close. Close.
Game! Villager wins!
Very curious to see what'll happen with Game 5. Nick had a couple strings there, and I think when he was jabbing, he was aware at that point. Missed a couple of close finishers on Shaq. I'm curious to see if maybe he'll opt for a different smash attack. Maybe drop bowling ball a little earlier and try to get that down smash a touch sooner. Be a little bit more confident in where he feels Shaq will go. But it's a really good play by Shaq, and it's anybody's game now. Last game, Game 5. Where they have him? Going to FD. One more time to good old FD.
Ready? Three, two,
Back to tour timer.
one, go!
Wooden tree right away. Kind of setting up camp as it already begins. Nick opting to put himself in a ledge trap situation, but got the first hit. But at what cost? That would have been tragic. That's why Nick likes FD though. That's another one of the reasons. Same with Battlefield. He's got that little bit of leeway to survive. That probably would have been mentally draining too, but hey, Shaq still making it work very nicely. Only took that first slingshot hit. Now Nick's getting on the board a little more. Nearly caught his landing, but Nick drifted in hard enough. Shaq respecting the tree much more now. Not going to try anything cheesy or goofy to try to get in on that. Yeah, he keeps drifting in on that. Really good first stock for Shaq. That's huge. Only 10%. Nick's patience might be getting a little worn out. Might be feeling a little frantic now that he's got this deficit to overcome. I really like the jabs on shield though. I don't know if Shaq realizes Villager's jab is kind of unique in you can't roll out of it after like the 11th hit or whatever, just due to the way the hits are staggered. Doesn't count. So you just get hit and you drop shield. Maybe you could parry it, but I would try it. But regardless of all that, Shaq is racking up the damage, not getting those punches that he really is looking for. But Nick in trouble. Nick's certainly in trouble here. Edgeguard situation. Those jumps, just threatening. What could I be doing back there? Homing? Who knows? Stick around on ledge and find out. Yeah, now that punch had a better chance to hit because there was no balloons. I like that. Actually ran into Lloyd at its strongest point. I don't know if... Oh, he did have a jump. Nice. See if Nick can get him. Ooh, he instead gets back here. Shaq up 2 stocks. Nick's going to need to dig deep. He's on his tournament stock now. Set has really gotten away from him a little bit. Shaq with really solid adaptations, more homing attack. Nick like, wait, I gotta set up tree. I gotta get back to my basics. What makes this matchup tick. Those percents just racking up little by little for Nick. You call out and he takes that first stock. That first stock is what you need to kind of get your head back in the game. Like, okay. He bleeds. Shaq is not going to let himself go this season. He'll use his ginormo grab range this time. That was really like, must have been the tail end of it. Nick this time finally opts to survive instead of being killed instantly. Very good choice. Really scary situation. Shaq threatening a lot of space. Nick tried to water Shaq, but he's not thirsty. But he is hungry. Oh, no! That is really sad. Not the way you wanted that set to end, but Shaq takes it using the power of complete fear itself.